Okay, that's great. If we're gonna use addresses though, I haven't gotten
No,
your.
no, I don't need the addresses. I just need the numbers because this is also going to go on YouTube. So don't give me the don't give me the address, just the numbers. So
Okay.
for the first one, what are we looking at? Sub two, hybrid,
Seller
or seller
finance.
finance? Awesome. What's the purchase price?
So I'm trying to get it in at 65K. I might need some help looking at the ARV later, but we could, do this part first and then do that part later.
All right, bet. And then what are you giving them as a down payment?
I wanted to give them a 10 grand because that's like what 15% almost.
Yeah, it's a little high.
Yeah. So yeah, seller finance amount would be 55, and then
What
interest.
does it rent for?
Um, the LTR is 1800.
All right. And then what's the STR?
3866.
Ooh. So I'm just gonna do 3850.
Yeah, I'm getting these numbers off Air DNA, so that's I was questioning the numbers, but I can't.
No, Air DNA is pretty solid. Are we paying realtor commissions on this one or
No,
no?
no.
That's what's up. All right, and then what's the taxes and the insurance?
Okay. Taxes, insurance. The tax is about 800, and the insurance 1500.
Okay, and then what are we giving them monthly as a payment?
I put it in at 500, but we could even put it in at 1,000. I mean, the way these numbers are looking. So
Okay, and then let me just go ahead and match these. Ooh, I put 8,000. Damn, and it still worked. So your entry percentage is going to be high, but your cash on cash is going to be phenomenal. Okay, well, if that's the way what I love about math, it is what it is. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
you've got okay, so your entry fee percentage is really high. Like that's high.
Mm-hmm.
But your cash on cash return is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really good. I mean, even if I added $3,000 for miscellaneous, erroneous, whatever, the cash flowing $26,000 a year here and 7,000. I mean, did the seller accept this deal?
I just have to get it on a contract. We've had conversations about it, but I couldn't trust my calculator. Seeing all these numbers, I couldn't be. I thought I was doing something wrong, so I wanted to have this meeting first.
If these numbers are accurate, again, your entry fee percentage is high as hell. It's 28%. But I mean, yeah, it's 26%, not including closing costs. And part of that is coming from one, you're giving them 10 grand when your max should be $6,500. And then on top of that, you're charging six grand. So if you kick this down to 5, that's better.
Yeah.
It's better. Any chance you can get them lower than 10? And I'm not saying 10 grand is a bad number. That's for this purchase price. Your deal is good. Your deal is really, really good. I just don't like that, but that's the investor side of me. The deal itself is really good. I really think an investor would take this, even at the $28,000 or the 28% entry fee. I really think an investor. Whoa, wait a minute. What's the condition of the property?
So it does need rehab. One side needs, I'd say I was saying 50 grand rehab for one side. The other side is ready to go. It's a duplex, by the way.
Damn. 50 grand, really?
It's a full rehab, so I'm trying to be I'm trying to be safe, conservative.
What's the total square footage of the property?
Are you talking about the one half that needs?
Yeah, give me the one half if you know it. Yeah.
I think it's around 1,000 square feet.
And then, what exactly, to the best of your knowledge, what does it need in rehab?
All she said was that it has to be fully redone. Like it has to be. So I'm just been assuming like medium to high tier rehab.
Okay, but medium to high tier rehab for a flip versus medium to high tier rehab for a rental are two totally different things. So for a flip, I would say $45 a square foot. But for a rental, where the idea is whatever investor buys it, they understand that they're not going to put the top of the line stuff in the property because they're going to have to turn it over whenever these current tenants move out anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You're probably looking at closer to $25, maybe $30 a square foot. Any chance you can get photos on this one?
I could probably get photos. I just don't have them yet. Probably. I mean, I feel like it'd be safe to cut the middle and just go 30 square foot.
Okay.
Just for our purposes.
No, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. You know what? I say go for what city is this in?
1 second. Let me just pull it up. I always forget. It's in Cleveland, Ohio.
What's the population of Cleveland, Ohio?
Let me look.
Oh, dude, get this deal under contract. It's $360,000. Wow, 360,000 population. I really now. I'm full disclosure. You might not make 10 grand on this deal. You might
Yeah.
not. Worst case scenario, you should make 5.
Mhm.
I think this is a good deal. I say lock it up. It works as a long term. It works as a short term. It's a multifamily, which I didn't know at the beginning, but now I know. This is a good deal. I don't think if it's a duplex, this is going to be as feasible. You're probably not going to find a whole lot of short-term buyers that want to buy this duplex, but it absolutely works as a long-term rental, which is what people are looking for in Cleveland. I say lock it up. I say push it.
Yeah. All right. And let me, so
Go
I
ahead.
want
We're
to
on here until you need me.
yeah, I wanted to kind of run through. Well, first of all, for this just for this calculator, if you change the purchase price and the seller finance amount, does it really make any difference for these numbers? No, like I mean, on the other side, I know they're whited out, and people said that the blue stuff is only what matters.
Yeah, don't ever because these are all attached to formulas. So you don't change those. You only input data on the blue areas.
Okay. Do those get updated automatically? Because my calculator works a little different than yours. I might need to get a fresh copy.
Yeah, delete it and download a fresh copy. It sounds like your formulas got deleted.
All right, for sure. Okay, so another thing I wanted to go through is I just wanted to see how far I could push that purchase price. Like if she wanted to negotiate with me, if I wanted to tell her, hey, I can't give you that 10K down, but she's like, okay, well then I need more money. How far up could I go and this deal could still work?
What's the ARV?
That's all right. So let me see. I ran through it, but I'm not confident in my work. So let me tell you what I got, and then we can.
I'll tell you what. You're on my Discord. DM me the address.
Okay.
And then I'll comp it separately.
Okay.
And then I'll just let you know what I came up with in the ARV. And then at the same time, so this is not super stale, boring TV for whoever's watching it in the future. You just let me know. You start walking me through what you got and your numbers, because the biggest thing for these one-on-ones is not for me to do the work for you. I mean, I will, but the point is that I want you to start understanding what part you may be missing, if there is anything. So you walk me through your process. I'll implant, hey, that part, maybe turn it to this part, and then you can do it on your own from now on. Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah.
Sure. All right, let's do it like that. DM me the address. I'll comp it separately, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. Yeah. So do you want to still run through the numbers I got?
After you DM me the address, because I'm going to comp it while you're running through the numbers that way, because I'm not going to show it on screen because it's going on YouTube.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So.
Okay, so that is on the cheat sheet. Good. Was that you that just sent that?
Yeah, I just DM'd you.
All right, bet. Cleveland. Oh my God, you want to hear me date myself right now? I used to watch a show that was based in Cleveland. It was called The Drew Carey Show. Damn, I'm old.
I've heard of it.
Don't say that. How old are you?
I'm 23.
Well, I'm sorry. Did you say 23?
Yeah, I'm 23.
Dude, I am I'm 32 years older than you. Holy shit, dude.
That's pretty crazy. I mean, that's cool that you sound young. I wouldn't have guessed that for sure.
Everybody says that. This isn't my real voice. My real voice is much deeper. This is my customer service voice.
I got you.
So walk me through what you came up with the ARV.
Okay, so here's what obviously I did I use Zillow. It'll be the same on Redfin or whatever, but I went on there. I tried to. I usually start with 90 days, and if I can't get anything, I go up to 6 months, and I go up to 12 months. So I can send you, or I can read them out, a couple addresses that I've been using as comps.
No, just kind of walk me through what you got as the actual ARV, and we'll go from there.
Oh, the actual ARV, I have it at right now.
Yeah.
I have it at 150.
You have it at how much? 150. Okay. And then just to confirm, this is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. What did you get as a square footage?
Here, let me just double check.
And this is a top and bottom. Okay.
Yeah, I have to. Actually, 150 might be a little high. I think I might have had it at 140, but we'll see.
Don't second guess yourself now that I'm on here, dude. Don't second guess yourself. What you got? What you come up with? Because here's the thing: I'd rather you give me the wrong answer. Because if you got the wrong answer, chances are somewhere in your steps to get that answer, there was one tiny little thing that you may have missed. And I'm not saying you did. The ARV could be 150, but there may be, if it's not, there's one thing that you missed. And once I implant that one thing, you'll never make that mistake again. So stick to what you actually got, and then let's work through it.
Yeah, I got 150. But yeah, we'll work through it. Now that I'm looking at everything, I think it might not be too accurate. The issue is
I haven't looked at it yet. I'm just now pulling it up. So you want to amend it? You can.
Well, I mean, I don't mind being wrong as long as I can fix it now. So I'm gonna stick with my original answer, and then.
All right, bet. I like that. So I think real quick, I don't know if you answered me or not. What's the square footage?
Yeah, I was
just
about to answer
1,800.
No, I think it's 1,500 square foot, and then it's a 4,000, almost a 4,000 square foot lot. I think part of the reason why I messed up the ARV is because a lot of different sites are giving me different numbers for square foot. I haven't got anything too accurate, but let's.
Okay. All right, fair enough. And this is a top and bottom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a top and bottom. Okay. So that's 150. What about you? That's 160, but it's got one extra bedroom. What about you? Oh, bet. Okay. September. Ooh, I love the snow. God damn, I love the snow. Yeah, it's funny because people look at me and they're like, "You like the cold, really?" Yeah, I do. Don't let the color of my skin fool you. I like the cold. All right, decent. You want me to be honest with you, or you want me to tell you something cool?
You can show me something cool, but I like honesty too.
Actually, both of them are same. I really think your ARV is closer to 160.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I have a comp here. I'm not going to give you, I won't say the full address, but it's East 123rd Street. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,500 square feet. It's damn near identical to ours. And it's 1,570.
Right. I already have that one too on my list. Yeah.
There you go. I would say, and then, so the way that I do things, and a lot of people don't agree with it. A lot of people are like, hey, the numbers are what they are. Me, I'm one of those people. I'm an under promise, over deliver. So I have a full-blown justifiable comp right here at $170,000 that sold September 23rd, 2024. That's a good comp. It's a multifamily. It's a duplex, top and bottom. It's in relatively decent shape, probably the same condition as your property. This is a solid comp. But just in case, I drop that shit down by 10 grand. Mm-hmm. So if I say your ARV is $160,000. What's the rehab estimate you gave me?
50K.
Okay, so 160, 50 grand. And how much are you offering them?
On that one. Well, I want it locked up at 65. That's what I wanted it locked up at. But the question was, I want to see how high I can go. Like if she wants to negotiate up.
I honestly think the highest you'll probably be able to go is 70.
70?
You'll be able to go up to 70 grand. I think you'll be safe. Now, that's with my reduced 10 grand worth of, kind of thing. If I take the actual ARV, and I don't want you to do this, I'm telling you this so you know it, but I want you to understand, like, hey, have this in the back of your head, but I don't want to rely on it. This is not the number I'm using as my starting point. But if I use the actual ARV of $170,000, then your actual MAO is like $77,500. So technically, you can go up to about 75 grand. But a good wholesaler is going to make sure that they're getting the absolute best deal for their end buyer. So 70,000 is probably where I would stick to, just in case.
Got it. Okay, and now we're talking cash right now. So if I wanted to picture a seller finance, could I go up higher than that?
Let's see. Well, now that I've got the numbers, we can go back to Riveting TV where they can watch it. Give me 1 second. Okay, so if we were to go to, let's go to MAO. So this is off market, right? So let's do an ARV of 100. Let's do 106, 760. We'll go worst case scenario, and then we'll go in the middle, and then we'll go best case scenario. So rehab 50 grand. Okay, so you're at $52,000 on a cash deal.
Yeah.
If we go now, remember I'm at. Oh, you don't know this. Hold on. Let me put this in so you can see it. The actual ARV. So my team, the way that I handle my acquisitions team, we're like, if you have to put like an example, we're like Spartans. We go in and we get it done. So because of that, we run our ARV at 60. Whoa, who changed my numbers? Someone messed with my calculator. We run ours at 65% ARV. What did I just do? Oh, I put a double decimal. Hold on. So we run ours at 65% ARV, but if you were to do what most wholesalers do, which is 70 to 75% ARV, then you're at a $67,500 purchase price.
Got it. Okay.
Assuming it needs 50 grand. But remember, this is going to be a rental. So it's actually going to be closer. Oh, what did you say? You wanted to run it at 30?
Yeah, we run it at 30. 30 feels safe.
$87,500.
Yeah.
So again, if you get it at 70, you're golden. But 75 would probably be where I would really start to dig my heels in, and then I wouldn't go any higher than like 78.
Got it.
Just to give you that little bit of wiggle room. I'd rather you have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
Yeah. Got it. And now she has open seller finance. I'm considering pitching her one of those just in case she doesn't want to take cash. How high can I go?
So if we do 75,000, you want me to build it first on the actual operating procedures? Then it would be $7,000. Well, all right, we'll give her 5. We'll give her 10. We'll give her 10. So we'll give her 10 grand down. Do you know what it'll rent for?
Well, those rent numbers is what I gave you.
Oh, same deal. Okay, my bad.
Same deal. I mean, 1,800 seems a little high now that you mention it. But let's just trust what, because I got those off Rentometer. So, and I did 90% of value.
Rentometer is actually pretty accurate.
Yeah. So
okay, so 10,000. So your max would be 50, 950. I'm giving you your max, not what I think you should offer. So it'd be 36, would be 1,000. Yeah, your max would be about 1,000. Like, I mean, we can dial it in. It's like 965, 955. Yeah, about $955.
got it. And if I wanted to increase the price, the purchase price I gave her instead of the monthly payment, is that like a good option, you think, or is that something you really avoid?
Normally, you can. You're 100% right, but because it needs a potential of $25,000 to $30,000 in rehab, technically we're adding that to the down payment, because for the investor to put a tenant in there, they're gonna have to put 30 grand. So then they're paying our assignment fee of 10 grand plus the down payment to the seller of 10 grand plus rehab of 30 grand. So if I just do quick math, now look at your entry fee.
Yeah.
So I would keep the purchase price as low as you can, because they're already going to have to rehab one of the units based off what you told me.
Got it. Yeah. So then in this case, if I have to offer her the same amount of money for seller and for cash, wouldn't it would probably just be better just to get her locked up at cash, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
Like hold on, creative will move faster because it's still the entry fee is less. So think about it. Now this is time for you to put yourself in the investor shoes. If you've got $100,000 to spend for the year of 2025 to get as many properties as you can for cash flow, are you going to lean more towards a cash deal where you have to pay for the whole thing up front and then the rehab? Or are you going to be more inclined to go to, oh, I can just do a $30,000 entry fee and then rehab it? Okay, that's cheaper. I'll go for that.
Yeah.
So you got to keep that in mind. You got to keep in
sense.
mind who you're targeting for this deal. Me personally, I would get this thing locked up, and I would maybe not set up, but prepare the seller for the eventuality that, hey, it could be either this or this. Are you good with both? That's what I would do. And then I would market the property as both, meaning here's what it looks like if you want to buy it as a creative offer. Here's what it looks like if you want to buy it just cash and be done. And then if you get the seller to be okay with either one, then you can sell it to investors as either one. And then whichever one you sell it for, boom, the deal's done. The seller's already on board. You have already told her, hey, it could be this, it could be this. Are you okay with both of those? Yep, I'm okay with both of those. Okay, cool. Which one would you like me to push for? I'd like you to push for the full cash offer, or I'd like you to pull for the creative offer because I'd like to get that monthly cash flow every single month guaranteed. Whichever one your seller wants, as long as they're on board with both, you can push it out to your investors as both. And then whichever one you get the best offer for, take it.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I'll definitely, I'll do that. I'm going to call her in a couple minutes to try to get this locked up.
There you go. And then this video will be ready. It takes a few hours for it to render. So I tell everyone this will be uploaded and available for you to view 24 hours later. So by this time tomorrow.
All right, that's perfect. And I just to confirm, you said start like if I'm trying to get the MOA or the MAO, start at 70, and then like 75 is my max, right?
Yeah, I mean, because again, when you're dealing with cash investors, if you're going to push it that route, these investors want to get it for the cheapest they can so they can put the most amount of money they need to in order to sell it for what we tell them the ARV is. So you want to make sure that you're getting it for the cheapest price possible for cash. So what you're going to do is when you reach out to her, you're going to say, look, I can do this and it'll be cash. And that's going to be at a pretty deep discount, or it could be this as a creative deal, and then the deep discount, quote unquote deep discount, will be on the entry fee. So I've got your entry fee at 10 grand. Honestly, it'd be better at 5. Like it would be phenomenal at 5. It would be better at 7, and then your worst case scenario is 10.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Okay, sounds good.
Awesome.
Yeah, I have a side question. It doesn't have anything to do with this deal. I've been trying to market. I have a deal under contract I've been trying to push. It's been pretty rough trying to find a buyer. I don't know why. I don't know if I'm asking for too much, or it's just I don't know that many buyers, to be honest. Obviously, since I'm just getting started.
Right.
But I'm not really. Do you have any recommendations on what I should change just to get it locked up? I'm starting to get a little worried, just because the first my title company was like, oh, we can't guarantee that you can close it in time. And then I'm trying to contact Stewart Title, and I don't know. Every time I call them, they give me some different answer, and I'm trying to get in contact with someone who can actually close. But
really, Stewart Title is usually on point. I might go to a Stewart Title anyway. Okay, so I can't tell you based off the information that you gave me any recommendations because I don't know what kind of deal it is. I don't know what the numbers are. I'm not sure what you're asking for it. What kind of deal is it? I don't want you to give me too much because again, this is going to go on YouTube. But give me the gist of the deal as if I was a buyer. What's the deal?
Yeah, it's an off-market cash deal.
Okay.
Right now, the ARV is 170.
Okay.
We actually ran it a couple days ago, but it's probably don't remember. Right now, it's sitting at 31K profit for a flipper. It's good for long-term hold. It's in Granite City, Illinois.
What's the rehab?
The rehab is 15K.
Okay. And what do you have it out on the market for? Like, what are you selling it for?
I have it out there for 119, but I mean, I can take lower than that. That's a little high. Like usually when I get a counter offer, I'm
Yeah,
willing.
that's actually really high. What'd you lock it up for?
I have to recheck the contract, but I mean, I locked it up for lower than that, so I have some wiggle room.
Like, did you lock it up for sub 90 grand or sub
It
100
was
grand?
around, I think no, it's sub 100. It was around that 90 point.
Because I have an M8 now. Again, my numbers for my team, Spartans, we're going to get it for the best price at
6.
65% ARV minus 10 grand for an assignment and $15,000 for rehab. I have an MAO of $85,500.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that you're pushing it for 120, that's a little ambitious.
Okay, so
Assuming the numbers are correct. I would actually probably push it for like 95 and then try and see if I can get it sold for 85 because that would give me a 10K assignment.
yeah, okay. Well, so all right. Well, here's the thing, and that's what I was gonna ask you. I think the lowest I can go on this one and still make money is 105. And I know you're using 65%. I was using 70%, not 75.
Okay, so
So
if I do 70%, I got an MAO of 94K. Oh, and that's why you're pushing it for 105. But even at 105, that would be a $19,000 assignment fee. If you pushed it for 95, you would make an $11,000 assignment fee.
Mhm.
So it still all boils down to the same thing. I think you're pushing it out so high, especially for an area like Chicago, where block to block it could be super nice versus super ghetto. I think you've got to
It's
post
not
it so
Chicago.
high that people are like just scared off from looking at it, which is probably why you haven't gotten any offers on it because no one's looked at it. They're like 120 grand for this zip code. Nah, hell with that, because it's about $25,000 too high for the area versus what it is.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think you're right regardless. It's
I
not
mean,
in,
give me more info. Like I'm just going off of what I've been told. Is there something else about the property I should know that would make it
I mean,
justified
it's a
for the?
pretty good, no, there's nothing, I mean, the ARV is 170. That's what I've been going off. So right now, like I said, a rehab or a flipper would get a 31K profit. If I sold it for 105, the profit would go from 31K to like, I don't know, like 46 or something like that. So I thought it was pretty good, but I mean, I can send you my breakdown on it. And if you see any issues, of course, I mean,
I'll tell you what I tell a lot of people that are starting to do this, and even real estate agents that have their deal sniper that have their properties listed on market for over 90 days with no offers. If it were a good deal, someone would buy it. So at 120K that you have it pushed out for, I'm imagining that's just scaring everybody off. They're looking at the zip code, they're looking at the price, and they're like, nope, and they're not even looking at it. I think if you were to drop the price to even 100, even 100 grand, that's a 15K assignment versus, for the numbers that I have. That's a awesome profit that you could make on the deal and still drum up enough traction to where you can actually get it sold. That's just my opinion. I've closed quite a few deals in Chicago. I don't know, where this property is by any means, but that's just my opinion.
yeah, I hear you. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking about dropping it down anyway. I think I am a little, I'm being too aggressive. It's too high up there. Yeah, I'm gonna
I
drop
would
it.
literally drop it. I would literally drop it 20 grand. I would drop it to $99,000, and I guarantee you start getting people inquiring about it.
And where do you like blast people at? Like where are you finding all these buyers? To be honest, because I still haven't built my own buyers list. I've been trying to like skip trace and all that stuff, but I'm just
Did
not.
you see the disposition step-by-step video I posted on the channel?
I did, yeah. And I've been doing all that stuff. Like I did all the Facebook stuff. I did all the LinkedIn stuff.
You've been scraping.
What do you mean by scraping?
So what you do is whatever. So this one's in Chicago, right? So let's say you join a group, Chicago real estate investors. I don't know. You join that group, and what you do is you start looking for other wholesalers that have posted their property, and then you click on the comments for that actual posting, And then all the people that said, I'm interested, you DM them. Hey, I saw that you were interested in this zip code. I have one in this zip code that looks like this, which is your disposition materials, selling the deal. If you're interested, hit me up. If you're not interested, let me know what you're looking for, and I'll send you deals that look like that. That's how you start to build your buyers list. So have you been scraping these Facebook groups?
Yeah, I've been scraping. The only issue is that this is in Granite City. I'm not sure if you know where that is. It's like 10 minutes away from St. Louis. So it's in Illinois, but it's not really it's way too far to be considered Chicago. So all the groups I'm joining in, like they're either St. Louis focused or they're Chicago focused. You know what I mean? There's no in between. And I've been trying to like message people, like DM people who are interested in other deals. We're not getting a lot of responses.
Okay, so then the next step that I would do in that situation is there's a search function, and you want to join a lot of groups because there's more than one, Chicago or surrounding areas, whatever the county is, investor groups. So you search those, right? And so now what you want to do is, how I told you to go to those wholesaler that are investing, or I'm sorry, that are posting their properties, and then you scrape the comments. Now I want you to go to that wholesaler who posted it originally and said, look, I have a deal under contract. Here's the zip code. If you have any buyers, let's partner together. I want to get this deal sold. That's the next step. So if you're scraping the comments, you're scraping the groups, and you're reaching out to all these people, but you're still not finding someone, now you're going to the wholesalers themselves, because you want to make, even if you're JVing with them, you want to make something versus nothing. And even if you make the assignment fee and you're splitting the assignment fee with this JV person who connects you with the buyer, guess what? Now you know who that buyer is. So now you can reach out to that buyer directly when you have another deal in that zip code that they may be interested in.
Yeah, that's smart.
So it's a little bit of a grind, but that's literally how it's done. Other than signing up for like Investor Lift at $7,500 a month and posting your deals there to start scraping buyers.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. I've been trying to do a lot of work on Bigger Pockets too, but
Bigger Pockets is good too, but it's the same situation. It's all of it in the beginning is going to be a grind. Everything you do is going to be a grind. The only thing is the grind versus what you get out of it. And I think one, scraping the comments for deals that have already been posted, and then two, utilizing the wholesalers themselves and partnering with them. Again, if you've got a $10,000 assignment potential, and even if you split it 50-50 with a JV guy who brings you a buyer, who cares? That's $5,000 more than you would have had if you didn't sell the deal in the first place.
Yeah.
And then at the end, you know who that buyer is. It's on the paperwork. So not only do you have their name, their phone number, their address, their email address. So the next time you get a buyer, you don't have to JV it with this other person. You just go to that buyer directly, and now you don't have to split anything. That's how it's done.
Yeah.
It takes time, and it's a grind. Oh God, is it a grind? But it's worth it. It's worth it. Like that. Well, you saw the Jumpstart program that they promoted when you signed up with Deal Sniper. It's worth it like that. It's worth the grind.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll do that. I'll do that now, honestly, because I got to move this deal.
Hell yeah.
And sorry, I know I've been asking a lot of questions.
Oh, go for it.
More like if you've closed deals in Illinois before, right?
Yeah, quite a few.
Is the 3-week timetable, is it too short just because of the laws and everything?
If the deal is good, no.
Okay, yeah, because I'm starting to get a little stressed. It's only been 3 days since I got this under contract, but like the title companies I've been talking to, they're stressing me out. You know what I mean? Like they're acting like I'm not gonna be able to get this, through the company fast enough. But
they have their protocols on how they like to get things done. Don't let that bother you. That's just how they like to get things done. Best case scenario. That's not every case scenario. Do your thing. Focus on getting a buyer, because if you don't find a buyer, whatever they're saying doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah.
So don't let that stress you out.
Right. True. So and for this, they asked me what services I need from them. This is my first time doing a double close. Do I just need the escrow part, or do I need the title searching, like the whole thing?
You want me to be honest with you? You need to tell them, hey, this is my first time doing a double close. What do you need from me?
Okay.
That's how you learn.
Perfect. Yeah, that's exactly what I'll do.
Yeah.
I don't want to mess this up.
So ask them what they need and they will walk you through it. And then once they give you that list, it can be a little overwhelming. Let me know, shoot me a DM. I have my transaction coordinator who will definitely jump on the deal and help you out. She charges and it'll come out of your assignment fee unless you want to charge the buyer for it. But it's very well worth it because she literally takes care of everything. Once you find the buyer and all the paperwork is turned in, you don't have to do shit. It's on to the next deal because she's got everything else in the back end. So just let me know.
Will do. Thank you, man.
Not a problem. Did you have any other questions for me?
Nope, that's everything for now.
Awesome, dude. Well, rock and roll. Keep me posted on how that deal goes. I'm curious.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Have a good rest of your day.
You too. Bye.
Yep.